7:50, Kelly Jackson's here along with Randy Hitt, Missouri Department of Transportation spokesperson. Good morning, Randy. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
All right, first let's get to the roads. Enough beet juice on the roads this morning? What's the latest there?
Yeah, the crews are out in force and trying to get it. The roads are still slightly covered, but looks like all the traffic was moving good today, and motorists are taking it easy and didn't see any accidents on the way in.
We heard yesterday that, are you guys running low on salt, or you had to go make a special purchase or something, or what's that about?
We've got always replenishing their salt supply, and this particular winter we're using a lot more than normal, but we have suppliers that will get us the salt we need.
This is a stupid question. Is it the same salt that I put on my French fries?
It's a large rock salt, so it's a little bit different.
Is it the same salt that I use for cooking, like rock salt that I would use for cooking, more or less?
Very similar.
Yeah. Huh.
And I hear that they're kind of upping the prices, these companies, because there's such a high demand.
Well, that is supply and demand. You always see some of those ebb and flow, but normally we have locked-in contracts for what we have, so we don't have to worry about that too much.
All right, let's get to the real reason why you're here, Randy, and that is you guys got to be busting some buttons over there at MoDOT over the new Stan Musial Bridge.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're looking at still planning on the Saturday opening for the public, opening from noon to 4 for the general public to show up. The bridge open to traffic on Sunday morning, roughly about noon that day. But everything is the long-awaited day is finally here.
What about is the race going to take place? Wasn't there supposed to be a foot race or a run walk or something?
Yes, Big River Running's going to have a 6K at 8 o'clock that morning. I understand they have fully filled up. 2,500 people going to participate in that, so hopefully we don't get another round of this nasty weather come through the weekend.
All right, so it's going to be Saturday is what now? Saturday you're going to come?
Saturday 8 a.m. is the 6K run. 10 o'clock they have some cycle trials, but beginning at 11:30 we have designated spots where people can take metro buses to the bridge to be dropped off, since there will not be parking out there close by.
Sure.
And at that point the public can go out and enjoy the beautiful new bridge. 2 o'clock, we'll have the ceremony with the Secretary of Transportation, the governors of both states, and various other dignitaries speaking, and concluding at 3 o'clock with a ceremonial crossing of the bridge with the led by the Budweiser Clydesdales to honor Stan Musial and also numerous veterans group for the other half of the naming of the bridge, the Veterans Memorial.
And then Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock?
We'll begin uncovering all the signs, changing all the signal heads and all that work. We'll have it open by noon, maybe a little bit earlier, but our goal is to have it no later than noon on Sunday.
Noon on Sunday. And everything's done?
Everything. We've got just a very, very minor couple little tweaks here and there, but we'll have it all wrapped up probably tomorrow morning.
Now, this is interesting. Explain to us Highway 44 and 70, they're going to meet, but now it's going to change, right? The roads are going to change?
Yes, 44 currently dead ends at I-55. Well, since that will no longer be part of I-70, that piece of section there, what we call I-70 depressed section everyone refers to,
right,
that'll actually become I-44 until the ramps for the new bridge comes in. So I-44 will be extended up to the north until those ramps we get there. And so that people notice the difference in designation of signs and have to get used to that. And also there may be the mile marker signs will change as well. So you may have some of your Garmin's and GPS units saying take exit 32, and now it's maybe 127 or something like that. So it'll take you a little getting used to until everybody gets synced up.
That's really interesting. So the 70 was the depressed section in front of the arch. It'll now be 44.
Yes, it'll be the I-44 depressed section.
That's really interesting. Illinois, I know you're not the spokesperson for them, but Illinois was going through all of those massive buildings and ramps and everything else. I was over there the other day. All of that done as well?
Yes, all that is done. There was 37 projects in the corridor. We coordinated all the other 36 besides the main span to be done in December. And just in case the weather and everything held out, we could finish a little bit earlier. But everything is ready in all the other projects. We're just waited to this week to get the final touches on the main span, and we are ready to go this weekend.
I was reading an article, and it might have been you saying that back when the Poplar Street Bridge was built, that was considered such an engineering marvel, but this is nothing like, there's no comparison. This is just totally amazing, this bridge.
Yes, these cable stay bridges are just naturally beautiful, and this is the third longest cable stay in the U.S. We're just 40 feet off the U.S. record. When people get out there Saturday to look at it, there'll be a lot of picture taking because the towers 400 feet off the water, and the cables, the way they stream there, just it looks more like a piece of artwork than it does a bridge. But it's going to be something I think that we hope everyone gets a chance to look at this weekend and see it up close to really appreciate the beauty of it.
What happens to the traffic flow because of this bridge?
Traffic flow will significantly change. We've got the Martin Luther King Eads. We'll take about 50% of the traffic, our projections are. We'll take about 20% off the Poplar Street, and that'll really alleviate some of the weaving and other motions that we have there. And things are going to be really, this is stage one. We're going to have the ramps rebuilt for Poplar Street after that. And also we're going to be widening the Poplar Street in the future. So that'll be the final piece of the puzzle to get the traffic cleaned up down there.
Okay, so it's pretty well defined how you're going to take the Musial Bridge from Illinois, because it's more or less those ramps were built. On the Missouri side, can I take now the new 44 that goes past the arch, and there's an exit that goes straight up to the Musial Bridge?
There is no direct connection from that. This is just a direct flow through I-70. So I-70 has a direct connection to I-70 to the north, and there's also a city connection where you exit off at Cass and Tucker, and there's a nice entryway into downtown St. Louis, but there is no connection to the south.
So if you want to go on 44, you'll take the Poplar Street Bridge. If you want to go on 70, you'll take the Musial Bridge.
Yes, that is correct.
So that's part of the sort of the idea of the traffic flow to sort of solve the whole congestion problem.
Yes, with 3 interstates, it becomes problematic with all the traffic flow. So moving that I-70 off of the Poplar Street to alleviate our concerns.
And coming over the Musial Bridge, you can take that Cass Tucker exit, which dumps you literally right there onto Washington Avenue.
Yes, it's a great connection to the downtown area, and we think that'll be a heavily used movement by the motorist.
Come baseball season, won't a lot of people take that to sort of get downtown into Busch Stadium?
Yes, we think it'll create a lot of opportunities, and it's one of those things. It's a feeling out process for motorists till they kind of feel their way to figure out the most timely route for them. But we think over time it'll be very beneficial.
Randy, Hitt with us. Last question for you. How was R&R Sanitation to work with?
Awesome.
You had them on top.
Had them on top of the towers.
Randy, more information for people to find out more about this.
You can go to the MoDOT website and also to the Mississippi River Bridge website, newriverbridge.org, one word. And that'll give you all the pickup points for all the Metro buses and all the details on the weekend's events.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You got it. 7:58 here. Big 550.